games that never amount to more than they're meant will play themselves out. Take this sinking boat and point it home. We've still got time. Raise your hopeful voice. You have a choice. You make it now. Falling slowly, eyes that know me, and I can't go back. And moves that take me and erase me, and I paint it black. Will you have suffered enough and warred with yourself? It's time that you warn. Take this sinking boat and point it home. We've still got time. Raise your hopeful voice. You have a choice. You've made it now. Falling slowly, sing your melody. I'll sing it paid the cost too late. Now you're gone.
Oh, mercy, mercy me. Oh, things ain't what they used to be. No, no. Where did all the blue skies go? Poison is the wind that blows from the north and south and east. Oh, mercy, mercy me. Oh, things ain't what they used to be. No, no. Oil wasted on the ocean and upon our seas. Fish full of mercury. Oh, mercy, mercy me. Oh, things ain't what they used to be. No, no. Radiation underground and in the sky. Animals and birds who live nearby are dying. Oh, mercy, mercy me. Oh, things ain't what they used to be. What about this overcrowded land? How much more abuse from man can she stand?
Yeah, we're WPKN in Bridgeport. We're live here in the studio, and I have some special guests with us. We have Lee Kortes and Rod Hohl. I don't know if I pronounced your name right, Rod. There you are. We're live on YouTube. And Lee and I have talked before on the air, and this is the first time I think we've done this live with you, Lee. So it's great that you were able to come down here. You took the train, as I did. There you go, and you're here. So you want to start off with a song? You want to talk a little bit about the songs of Beulah Rowley, or you want to jump right in? Because, you know, it's all good, whatever you feel like you roll into.
There's a song called The Music Got Me Here. And since the music did get us here, all of us, let's just go with a song and talk later.
Here you go.
I recall in days of old when my grandma said to me, you can travel far and wide if you learn your do-re-mis. You might play the Hall of Carnegie or the Paris stage one day. When biographers ask you how you reached the top, you'll say, the music got me here. Say the music got me here. Just put your hand across your heart. Say the music got me here. Out in New York City, I found the place they call Broadway. People came from everywhere just to hear them sing and play. I let go the hem of NTM and took the world in stride. Everybody I met asked me, how'd you get so satisfied? And I said, the music got me here. I said, the music got me here. I put my hand across my heart. Said the music got me here. I'll take it, Rod. I met a man from old Montana whose voice could calm the sea. Each whisper told a story, each word a symphony. A slave to his sweet rhythm, my heart danced inside his head. Now I got a house, 3 kids, and a great big wedding band. And I said, the music got me here. I said, the music got me here. I put my hand across my heart and said, the music got me here. I said, the music got me here. I said, the music got me here. I put my hand across my heart and said, the music got me here. I said, the music got me here. I said, the music got me here. Got me here. Got me here. Got me here.
Wow. Nice. Wow, that's a toe tapper, as they say.
It is. That's exactly what we're aiming for. We want all the toes tapping.
There you go. So talk to me a little bit about the inspiration for that particular piece and maybe for the whole overall concept of the songs of Beulah Rowley. I know we spoke about this before, but for folks that are just kind of learning the story, let's go there.
Okay. I was on tour in the UK some years back promoting an album called Love, Loss, and Lunacy. And I, as one does, I was wondering what I was going to do for my next album. What are you going to do next? Okay, here's what you got for us. What are you going to do next, right? This is sort of how we live. And I went to bed one night with this thought in my head. Well, I want to make another album, and I want there to be other kinds of writing in it, right? But I didn't know what that meant or what that would look like on an album. Other kinds of writing, what's that mean besides songs? So I went to sleep, and I woke up in the morning with this woman in my head named Beulah Rowley, a regionally famous Midwestern singer and songwriter from the Depression era. So I said, okay, person in my head, tell me more. And I immediately started writing the song Born a Happy Girl. And okay, note to self, maybe this is what my next album is going to be. So I finished my tour and I went back to New York, and I was possessed by the image of this woman in my head. So I wrote her short bio that tells the story of how she was well known in some Midwestern states and stored all of her music in this kind of weird wrought iron handmade piano bench that outlived her. She died young and tragically in a fire. And this bench made its way through the ages, decades, flea markets, families, landed up in my house. And we couldn't get it open. It had been locked. And on my 10th birthday, my father said, "Mary Lee, what do you want?" And I said, "Open that bench." So we took it to a local locksmith. He got the thing open, and oh my God, I looked inside, and there was all this handwritten sheet music, lead sheets, and diaries. And I was a young musician myself, learning to play the piano on that very bench. And I figured out that her melodies and her words, fell in love with this music, and decided I must grow up and become a famous singer and bring this music back to the world where it belongs.
And here we are.
And here we are. So I became possessed by this person that I made up, and wrote all these songs by her. And I didn't say how many songs I found in that piano bench, but there may be more. And what I tried to remind people, because people forget in the midst of the story and the concerts that she's fictional. So I say, please keep in mind, just because I made this all up doesn't mean it isn't true.
There you go. And Rod, let's talk to Rod a little bit. How did you get involved with this project? She just reeled you right in, all right?
Yeah. Well, Mary Lee and I have been playing music together for quite a long time.
Yeah.
It's coming up on
Predates
25 years. Yeah,
Wow.
We're starting to get good at it.
So,
What do you think?
So yeah, we've been running together for quite a while here. So I don't know. Was I on that UK tour that when you woke up?
I think that was a solo tour I was doing, maybe with Thea
She's
Gilmore.
had a bunch. We've done a few together.
Gotcha.
And so good times. And so these songs came to me then as, hey, I have these ideas. But I think you held out for a little while, until you had a few.
Yeah, I was working on it for a while.
Yeah.
I think you said...
So it was kind of like, here's this whole project,
Right.
like, are you ready?
Over at least a decade, right?
Well, yeah, I've been working on it for a little longer than that, actually.
Mm-hmm.
The initial idea was probably 2006.
Okay. All right, why don't we hear some more then?
Okay.
Let's stop talking and
Good.
start
Shut up and sing.
doing some music.
Should we do Cloudy or?
We could do Cloudy, yeah. I'm switching instruments.
This is WPKN in Bridgeport. We're here live in the studio today on July 8th, 2023. I can't believe how...
Thanks for clarifying.
Yeah, exactly. We were talking about 2007 before, right?
This is called Through a Cloudy Window with Clear Eyes. ladies on parade, they curtsy and cascade along the avenue. The gentlemen prefer extravagant allure along the avenue. And on we go. The carnival still plays. The clouds are on the rise. The captain's ship is swaying under the stormy skies. I heard a bird, a rumor. A lover never lies. Better now than never, this late bloomer, looking through a cloudy window with clear eyes. A witchy weave of wonder, a clarion, your spell. The lightning strikes the thunder and floods the wishing well. You tell a tragic story with a twinkle in your eye. At long last, I'd rather you'd ignore me, looking through a cloudy window with clear eyes. Everybody takes a turn at wondering just what true love would be. Nobody ever learns the lesson, pondering the far-off frilly sea. I swam out from a daydream to the beach where darkness dries. You'll never be as clever as you once seemed, looking through a cloudy window with clear eyes. You tell a tragic story with a twinkle in your eye. At long last, I'm glad you finally bore me, looking through a cloudy window with clear eyes. I'm looking through a cloudy window with clear eyes. La ha 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 ha.
Mary Lee Kortes, and we have Rod Hohl right here in the studio live. And talk to me a little bit about that. You jump various genres in this record. Really enjoy experimenting a little bit, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Can tell.
Well, somebody pointed this out to me. Sometimes other people see you more clearly than you see yourself. I grew up with a lot of music around me all the time because my grandmother was an amazing organ player and piano player. And she was always playing songs from the classic American songbook, right? So I grew up listening to a lot of Cole Porter and Gershwin music, through her, and skipping around in circles in her living room, just, play that one again, Grandma, play that one again. So that kind of music really got into my nervous system at a very young age. Then, of course, I grew up with other influences, a lot of other influences. So I think that all that stuff swirls around and is available not unlike if you grew up speaking several languages, right? So I think maybe that is why I can play around with different styles. That's my guess. I don't know. This isn't science, so I can't say for sure.
Well, there's a certain amount of creativity that comes with the various genres that you're able to tap into, and listening to you obviously get a lot of joy from doing what you do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the reason to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't get $1 million this year for doing this.
No. But, maybe you'll open for Taylor Swift or something like that one of these days.
I would consider it, I suppose.
All right, so you want to try another one?
Why not?
Here we go.
Well, by the
instrument?
water.
Oh, that's a great gospel, right? Influenced tune. I love that tune. It's such a fun song.
Good. Well, I'm glad we're doing it. Then.
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. We did well by the water, by the water, by the water. We did well by the water, by the water in the well. Papa was a preacher's son.
By the water,
Said he never saved no one. By the water in the well. Mama said she told him lies. By the water, by the water. Said the truth must be capsized. By the water in the well. We did well by the water, by the water, by the water. We did well by the water, by the water in the well. My daddy served the daily drink by the water, by the water. Watched everybody's troubles sink. Well, hide the heart and cut the thread. All the dreaded secrets dead. Whoa, we did well by the water, by the water, by the water. We did well by the water, by the water in the well. We did well by the water, by the water, by the water. We did well by the water, by the water in the well. Golden, golden spirits drown.
by the water,
Rise up in another town.
by the water.
When we've been here 10,000 years,
By the water,
we can measure all our fears. Oh, we did well by the water, by the water, by the water. We did well by the water, by the water and the well. We did well by the water, by the water, by the water. We did well by the water, by the water and the well. We did well by the water, by the water, by the water. We did well by the water, by the water and the well.
There you go. Nice. Did well by the water. Tell me about some dates coming up. Do you have dates coming up? I have your webpage up here, and I was just trying to find. You're doing stuff.
Well, I'm participating in some tribute evenings. At the end of July, I'm singing in the Nuggets show at City Winery, the Lenny K Extravaganza.
Oh, okay.
And then in November, I'm singing at Carnegie Hall as part of Richard Verone's Music and Revolution Night. So that's exciting. Beulah shows are still in the works. We're formulating all that. We don't have another one booked right now, but I'm sure we'll have some in the fall.
And tell us about the Beulah. Right now it's out on vinyl only. Mm-hmm. And soon it will be available for
streaming and CD in the fall, yeah. But right now you can get it on my website, MaryLeeKortes.com or MaryLee'sCorvette.com.
Right.
They drive you to the same place.
So, okay. So I just wanted to give you the little plug there for what you're doing.
Plug me anytime you want. It's really okay.
I know you got to get to that $1 million. That's your goal this year.
Yeah, I'm a little shy, but I'm positive.
All right. So, what else do you have for us? Something else from the record?
Well, yeah, we would love to do the title track.
Okay.
Yes, indeed.
We're switching instruments here for those of you who are just listening on audio, but we're live. WPKN is live here on YouTube. Thanks to Dave Golden, who's come in to help.
Hi, Dave.
David's coming in to help. He set everything up today. And we had a couple of glitches, but it all worked out. Thanks to David.
Somebody asked me what if I had to say what the theme of this story is in this album, this project. And I said, well, I think perhaps it's that your voice may be heard even if you don't know it. Because most people want to be heard. There are probably a few people who want to be totally ignored. I've never met anyone like that, but most people want to be heard. And I think that's the driving force behind this. And part of it, I think, that part of that is what attracted Hal Wilner to the project, who produced the album. And we were so happy to get to work with him. And sadly, this was his last single artist album, so it's a kind of sad distinction that we have.
And it was a heartbreak for him not to be able to know that it was being released, right?
Yeah, he was so kind to me because I felt bad that I hadn't gotten it out yet, found a way to get it out. And he said to me more than once, Mary Lee, it doesn't matter when it comes out, it's a timeless album. Which was very kind of him, but also I think he had a point.
There are some records that I know that I'll come back to again and again. I'll pull out a vinyl or a CD and I'll come back to it. I think this is one of those kinds of records,
I hadn't listened to it for a long time. And then when this opportunity came to put it out on Record Store Day, I went back and listened to it repeatedly. And I was like, oh, sounds great, if I do say so.
And Hal really did work some magic producing the record, both in dealing with us directly before the recording, with various directives that put us, a little off balance. He had a really great way of getting to the core of something and tweaking it a little bit. And then that carried on through the recording of the album. Like when we were recording it, Hal was sitting in the live room with us. He came sit next to you. And just look at you like, play, And, but then also he, obviously has an enormous pool of, musicians that he knows and works with. So some of those people ended up on the record, so there was some really nice overdubs and stuff by some
Joe Jackson, right?
Joe Jackson?
Yeah, Joe Jackson. I mean, come on.
Yeah, really. Stop
Lenny
it.
Pickett.
Lenny Pickett.
Eli Brueggemann, Doug Wieselman, Charlie Burnham. Yeah.
Well, again, I listened to it again, I think it was yesterday, and I was so looking forward to hearing a little bit of it live, and it was it's just great. great that you're here.
Yeah, so that's, when she says that we went back and listened to it, that's partly what I'm referring to is that, then we later hear this like magical production of something, it's like, wow, they really took it.
And Hal Wilner, for
step
folks
up.
who may not have heard his name, is a famous producer, well loved by many musicians that he's produced albums for,
Yes.
which the list is long.
And yes, indeed.
Yeah.
And so maybe in our own little small way, this is us helping people remember that Hal was here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yes, Hal. People do know that you were here. Yeah.
Sitting in the studio right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Another day comes and goes, exactly where nobody knows. The morning breezes leave a trace. Late afternoon lines on my face. The evening visits like a friend. It tips its head, then goes away again. And in the bright moonlight, when each day says goodnight, and tomorrow lifts its mask, I have to ask, will anybody know that I was here? Will anybody know I passed this way around? Will anybody care or cry or know that I was here? And if the stars above forget to fall, will anybody pull them down and pass them out? Will anybody care or cry or shout? 'Cause I was here. And when my face is long gone from the mirror, will my voice echo clear? Will the footsteps that I take leave a mark or disappear? Will anybody know that I was here? What would I do if I could do it over? Who would I meet that I've not met? Get right what I got wrong. Maybe sing another song and sing so loud that everyone could hear. Will anybody know that I was here? Will anybody know I passed this way around? Will anybody care or cry or know that I was here? Will anybody care or cry or know that I was here?
would you try to put your heart into the song next
Okay,
time?
give me another
please?
chance.
Mary
Yeah.
Lee Kortes. Oh, just a wonderful, wonderful, really quite moving. Love it.
Yep, Beulah, she gets me every time, I gotta say.
The songs of Beulah
Got
Rowley.
away.
She's got away. She's got away. Sounds like it's a Great American Songbook edition there. It's gonna be
Maybe.
there. It's gonna be a standard, I tell you.
All right.
What do you think, Dave? Standard? Yeah. You like it?
Nah.
Dave does jazz on Sundays, so
Okay.
I'm sure he
An
appreciated
informed opinion.
it. Informed of it.
Surely.
All right, so what else is happening?
Well, actually, writing more songs. A
Right.
new record is pretty far along, I have to
Wow,
say.
that's exciting.
Yes. Very happy to be back working with Eric Roscoe Amble,
Nice.
who actually produced the original Beulah sampler. So it's very grateful to him as well.
Yes.
I was mentioning. Yeah.
And working on, we got the 50th anniversary of Blood on the Tracks coming.
Oh yes, and
So
so David, Mary Lee Kortes was on our what anniversary was it? The 45th. It had to be the 40th anniversary
It
of
was?
Blood on the Track. Yes, you're on the radio. We were on the phone.
Oh, that. Oh, yeah.
We're on the phone, and for those folks who may not know, Mary Lee recorded it with Mary Lee's Corvette at Arlene's Grocery for Album Week, I guess it was called. And it was recorded from the first drop of the needle to the end of the record, all in one take. Is this true?
Well, it was
Did
a
you
live
guys-
performance. It was just a show. We were just
Did you do it over 2 nights or just
No,
was
We
it
one
didn't
night.
even know that it was being
The
recorded.
musicians didn't know. I handed a cassette tape to the
It's a-
sound man.
Yeah.
It came off a cassette
Yeah.
tape.
And hats off to that sound man.
Right.
Because he got a nice mix on that tape.
He got a nice mix
Yeah.
on that.
That's,
It was
yeah.
quite an accident.
Yeah, and that was way back in
It was 2001.
2001. It wasn't that long ago.
It
Yeah,
was.
this millennium.
It was this
Right.
millennium.
Right. It's over the line.
It's over the line. And so I know we were talking about that when we were on the air when we had that anniversary show. I think it was the 40. It had to be probably 5 years ago, I would think. Yeah, close to 5 years ago. That was fun. We had Steve and Mike and Rod McDonald was also
Oh,
in the
right,
mix
right,
too,
right.
because
Oh,
he
yes.
does the Dylan Fest every year.
Yeah.
So all right. Well, a new album. Do you have a title yet, or you?
I don't have a title
Don't have a
yet.
title. You have some
No.
songs on it that are in the studio, or just,
Yeah, they're pretty. We're pretty far along in the recording.
That's nice. That's nice. And when do we expect the release?
Oh, it's possible next year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why not?
Yeah. Keep going.
Keep it coming.
That's right. So more music?
Yeah.
Or?
Well, we thought we might, as our last musical endeavor here, give you a little Dylan.
All right. We were just talking about the man.
Yeah.
People don't get tired of him.
Bobby.
No, they don't. And he was very generous with the Blood on the Tracks live performance, wasn't he?
Oh yeah, my goodness. Yeah, because I eventually, when I first, ended up with this recording of the gig, and I was in between albums and record deals and all that, and said, well, wondering what to do, and so I ended up pressing up some of those to sell at gigs in this kind of a holdover until I had new music, and then it occurred to me one night. I'm selling Bob Dylan songs. I probably need permission. So I contacted them. I said, "Oh, do you still publish the Blood on the Tracks, or is it Ramshorn Music, or is it because his publishing company is a Special Rider?" And they said, "No, we publish Blood on the Tracks." I said, "Why?" I said, "Well, I performed it with my band, and it got recorded, and I'd like to be able to sell it." And they said, "Oh, is this Mary Lee?" They know everything.
They know
Bob knows
everything.
But yeah, so then, of course, they wanted a copy of it and gave one to Bob. And my version of You're a Big Girl Now was on the homepage of his website for a really long time.
Wow.
Like almost a year, it seems. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. So
That's great.
it's been fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to hear some Dylan.
Yeah. Here we go.
Mary Lee Kortes.
I've seen love go by my door. It's never been this close before. Never been so easy or so slow. I've been shooting in the dark too long. You're gonna make me lonesome when you go. Dragging clouds so high above, I've only known careless love. It always has hit me from below. But this time round it's more correct, right on target, so direct. You're gonna make me lonesome when you go. Purple clover, Queen Anne's lace, crimson hair across your face. You can make me cry if you don't know. I can't remember what I was thinking of. You might be spoiling me with too much love. You're gonna make me lonesome when you go. Flowers on the hillside blooming crazy. Crickets talking back and forth in rhyme. The river running slow and lazy. Oh, I could stay with you forever. Never realize the time. Situations have ended sad. Relationships have all been bad. Mine been like Belanes and Rambo. There's no way I can compare all them scenes to this affair. And you're gonna make me lonesome when you go. You're gonna make me wonder what I'm doing, staying far behind without you. You're gonna make me wonder what I'm saying. Oh, you're gonna make me give myself a good talking to. I look for you in old Honolulu, San Francisco, Nashville. Gonna have to leave me now, I know. Oh, but I see you in the sky above, in the tall grass and the ones I love. You're gonna make me lonesome when you go.
Mary Lee Kortes here on WPKN Live. Thanks, Mary Lee. It was great. Thank you, Rod Hohl.
Thank you.
And really
Pleasure.
appreciate
Very happy to
seeing
be
you.
here.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks, David Golden, for backing us up here with all the technical things that needed to be done behind the scenes. And thanks a lot for listening. I've got about 20 more minutes left here, 15 more minutes left, and we're just going to hit some music from this lady, Jamie Harris. I don't know if you've heard of Jamie Harris. She's pretty good. We're going to listen. We're going to listen to Jamie Harris.
In a depressive state, how long will you feel this way? Is it forever? In my mind, prisoner, will I be okay? Will I ever be okay? And not someone that everyone hates. Will I ever be okay? come around. You can take my number off your fridge. You never need it, never need it. Not even to be saved for a rainy day.
Well, I want to thank you again, Mary Lee. It was so much fun to have you here in the studio. Let me just make sure I have the correct mic up. And you just wanted to give us a little shout out.
I wanted to thank WPKN. Thank you, WPKN, the home of brilliance.
I like that.
How's that?
If you wanted to do an official ID, you would say WPKN in Bridgeport.
WPKN in Bridgeport, the home of brilliance.
Thank you, Mary Lee. That was very nice of you.
In my prison